Hello, and welcome to Fox Sports Lab. AFL Round 6 is upon us. I won't go too far into the tips. I'm leading by one, but let's not talk about the war because I know what the Chief will be like. But before we kick into it, congratulations, legend status, and well-deserved, my friend.
Thank you, Dicko. Very, very privileged. But I must say the disappointment of trailing you on the tips has nearly taken over. I'm actually a little bit devastated at the moment. When it should be one of the happiest moments of my life, I'm trailing you, and we've got some tough games coming up on the weekend, and I've got the darts out ready to launch.
Mate, I'm with you. I've got the darts out too, 180. It could be anything this weekend. And I reckon we're only one at the moment, but it's going to be either a 4 or 5 split after this one. It's that tough. And just to backtrack over last week, so did I tip West Coast to win and Harley Reid 25 plus?
One of the biggest multis of all time. How good was that?
It was a fill-up, no doubt.
Done.
All right, let's kick it off. The Saints and the Doggies. The Saints have had the fast finishes, so the last 5 games have been under 15 points either way. So they're having some tight tussles. I'll get your tip before I go into mine. Who you got?
Well, I know the Saints are favourites, but I'm actually going for the Dogs, who have been absolutely pilloried this week. Everyone's come for them. They're under the pump. I think they can respond. They've got a forward line that can do some damage if they can win enough ball in the midfield without Tom Liberatore. So going for a bit of an upset, last chance I'm giving the Dogs. It's time for them to put up or shut up.
All right. Well, I'm going with the Dogs too. Just going to
come on. Don't play safe. Don't go for all my tips.
I'm sitting on the fence. But the reason for it, if you give the Doggies a start, they only need a sniff to punish you. So they haven't had that luxury so far this year. That's why they're under the pump. And the Saints will give them that. Fast finish or not, I think the Doggies will get it done. Crows on the winners list for the first time of the year. We'd ridden them off and now they're back in contention. That's how even the season is. And then the Dons, they came back into it as well. Scotty turned a pretty big defeat around. So I'm tipping, believe it or not, I'm going with the Bombers in this one. So where are you at?
Who do you trust, Dicko? That's the problem. I'm not sure I trust either of these teams, but I think I'll tip Adelaide back at home with the home ground advantage. Not a lot of logic in this because I think they're going like bastards, but it was a really impressive. I mean, to knock over Carlton last week is big. The Bombers were good as well, knocking over the Bulldogs, which is the stronger form line. Probably Adelaide. They get home again now, so Crows for me.
Yeah, so we disagreed for the first time. I like it. Into the third game now. Reigning premiers up against the Power. Power, let's be honest, they've won their inside 50 count by 10 last week, yet they only converted 38%. So they can get it in there, but forwards aren't just getting it done for them at the moment. So I'm actually going with the Pies in this one.
I reckon Collingwood coming off the bye, you think that'll help them?
I think it'll help them. I reckon they're fresh and they need a little bit of a reset, let's be honest. Had a couple of wins to get themselves back in contention. But Port are just going. I know they've won their game of footy last couple of weeks, but when you look at it now, they are just going.
All right, I don't like teams coming off the bye. I think Port's numbers have been good, even though they mightn't be playing as well as they can. And I'm going to tip Port in this one.
Can you believe it? The favourite in this game, Port and Power, the last 12 matches has won. So Pies are $1.77. So probably got you on this one too, Chief. The Blues suffered their first defeat. The Giants undefeated. Seriously, this is the match of the round for me.
Yep.
So Toby Green back in super form. Jesse Hogan, hot as a pistol. Hard to go past Giants for me in this one.
Well, the only reason I'm tipping Carlton, 2 reasons. One, they're at home. But 2, the loss of Sam Taylor for the Giants means that Mackay and Curnow can run amok. And they need to. They need to get amongst it. I think Harry's been pretty consistent. Charlie's been a little bit up and down, but they're going to get an opportunity. I mean, Sam Taylor, best defender in the business. All of a sudden, he's not there. Maybe the Blues can bounce back from that really disappointing loss last week. And Sam Walsh, first game back, he's going to be better for the run. And look for him to have a big one.
What about how punishing these two teams are? So Giants number 1 for scores on turnover and Carlton a third. So whoever's going to turn this ball over is going to get absolutely punished. So it's going to be a cracking game of footy. Now the Lions at home. Used to be a fortress. Not sure what it is now. The cage has been opened. But the Cats, once again, undefeated. And I'm going to jump into this one. So I can't believe the start for the Cats is plus 12.5 at $1.90. I think they're not only going to win, that is an absolute gift, but I reckon the Cats, they're the real deal this year.
They're playing well. I can't believe the market in this one. I think the Cats are way over the odds, but I'm going for Brisbane at home. I just think maybe they're getting a sniff of playing some decent football. Plus, I like tipping opposite to you because I'm trying to reel you in. So this is going to be another one we do. That's about 3 that we've differed in already.
Yeah, that's what I said. You wait for it. Now, the Derby. Let's close out the games. There's 3, West Coast and Freo. West Coast had the big win and Reid got the job done for me last week. Who do you like?
Got to like Freo. I don't think West Coast will be scoring the way they did last week. The Tigers' defence leaked big time. I mean, they were poor, the Tigers, kicked the first 4 goals of the game and then didn't give a yelp. The Eagles were really, really good. It'll be great for their confidence. But the Dockers have just been screwed over a couple of weeks in a row. I mean, 2 games in Adelaide, could have won both of them, came away with nothing. They will be desperate to get the 4 points here, and I think they will.
Yeah, I agree too with Freo. Should be undefeated, but that's footy. Sydney and Gold Coast. So they bashed up our Hawks last week by 53, but I'm going with Sydney. What do you sit?
Sydney at the G, home ground advantage. I think this will be a good game too. The Suns are starting to roll under Damien Hardwick. They've got their confidence up. Gun midfield. Depends on how they convert up forward, but at the SCG, got to stick with the Swans.
And the biggest game on the Sunday ticket, full house, North Melbourne and Hawthorn.
It's giving me a headache, this game, to go. It's giving me... I can't believe the difference in the odds for this one.
It's frightening. It is frightening. How are the Hawks it's a short favourite? Oh, please. Are you tipping?
Do we have to tip in this one?
No.
It's a nightmare game. You know what? You get 2 teams here who are just desperate for a win, and one team's going to walk away happy. They'll both look at this and go, hey, this is our chance. I'm going for the Hawks. A little bit of my heart over my head, but hopefully they can get the job done.
Yeah, I'm going with them as well. I mean, at least Clarko's trying to let them score and try and do his best there, and the big Sue will get every opportunity to kick a bag, but I'm going with the Hawks as well. Time for a big call, but as we close this one out, Chief, do you want to take the new ball? Or
yeah, I'll go. I am going to go Sam Darcy 3+ goals against the Saints.
Wow.
Don't worry about Norton. Don't worry about Ugle-Hagan. This is a man that's starting to grab the ball when it comes in his area. He's only played a handful of games. I don't think they've got a great matchup for him. And if he kicks straight, 3+.
Okay, well, I'm going with the Cats comment. Not only am I tipping them to beat the Lions, the premiership. So I'm calling the comment because they won the flag 2 years ago. They missed the finals and they're going to win it this year. And the last team to do that was Carlton back in 1972. So as I see it right now, the Cats comment $9.50 for the premiership. Get on, because in the next couple of weeks, they're going to be half that price.
Why are you calling it the Cats comment?
Because Haley's Comet was 70 years ago, and 50 years ago, no one's done it. No one's missed the finals after winning the flag and then won it the next year. So they are the new Comet. 50
I love
years.
your logic.
You know I'm very different. That's how I roll.
Correct.
All right. Thanks, Chief. Enjoy your
Pleasure.
weekend. Look forward to covering round 6 with you.
Chances are you're about to lose. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.